Hi there, this is Pastor Shawn from Kansas City First Church, and as you can see, I'm at home today on the 23rd of December in the afternoon. I want to bring you up to date with something that maybe a few of you have already heard about, maybe more than that, out of an abundance of caution, Sherry and I were having some relatives come in town. We took a COVID test. We had a few mild symptoms, very mild, and to our surprise, it came back positive. Which of course that was a surprise to us, and we are managing a few symptoms, but it's really pretty mild. I feel actually pretty good, and so I pray that you would pray that would continue for us as we're praying for others who may be going through some similar situations as well. We're going to be praying for each other, so we're okay. And thank you for your prayers and concerns. Because of that, we had to make some changes to this week. As you also know, there's been an email go out to let you know, and I'm giving you a video update as well about canceling Christmas Eve service tomorrow night. We just could not rally quickly enough to get enough people in place for those of us who had to be out of the Christmas Eve service now. I would just push people too hard, and I wasn't going to do that, even though I know that we expected a good crowd on Christmas Eve in person, and we so wanted to be in person, but we just can't do it. The church board met last night. They affirmed that decision, and so I wanted to bring you up to date on that, how I regret that, how I have such conviction about the church being open, but I think it's the best thing to do right now. We also talked about Sunday morning, this Sunday morning, the 27th, coming up this week. And the church board affirmed that we would go ahead and have in-person worship at 9/11, and I've also affirmed that with them, and also, of course, online 9 and 11. I monitor our congregation pretty well. People let me know when maybe they're getting a test or they've been quarantined and had a close contact. We do not have an extreme spike in COVID. I want to let you know that, as much as I know. And there's enough of people in our church that I don't know everybody's situation, but enough people do let me know. We do have a few folks and some families that are dealing with it. Most of the symptoms are mild, and a few folks don't feel very well, but we're praying for each other. But I want to let you know, with transparency, that's what we are dealing with, and so we appreciate your prayers. I want to let you know that how grieved I am over this. I want to tell you I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get it. I wear my face shield and my mask at church and other places. We try to be careful, but this is the season when so many things happen in this realm, and it's happened to us. And so we're okay. We're okay because I know God's on the throne. And I want to let you know something. I have deep conviction about these things, as you know, and I so appreciate the church during this season since last March. We have walked together. And there have been many people join us in our walk to build the kingdom through the COVID crisis. Well, it's hit us. It's hit me. And it doesn't feel good in the sense that I have to not be there at Christmas Eve. But you know what? Christmas Eve is still coming, and we can still worship Him some way or another. And so I thank you for the same faithfulness that I sense with the people of Kansas City First Church, whether you've been online and connected with us that way or whether you've been in person. Let's continue to be faithful. I expect to be back at church on January 3rd if I have no persistent symptoms, and we'll be out of quarantine in 10 days after our first symptoms. And so I expect to be back there. So thankful I am for my church family. It means everything to me. It is the greatest honor of my life to greet you each and every Sunday, and for you and I to walk together and hear God's plan for our life and help our community and bring people to Christ and help homeless and hurting people. And I just want to let you know that today I'm so thankful for my church family. Now, I also want you to know that I had a Christmas Eve service planned and a Christmas Eve sermon planned, though it would be much quicker. And I just decided, if you'll hang on just maybe 60 seconds more, that I'd let you know what my scripture was. And it was out of Isaiah chapter 9, verse 2. And let me just read it for us. The people who walk in darkness will see a great light. Those who live in the land of deep darkness, a light will shine. You will enlarge the nation of Israel. Its people will rejoice. They rejoice before you as people rejoice at the harvest, and like warriors dividing the plunder. For you will break the yoke of their slavery and lift the heavy burden from their shoulders. You know, I had 3 quick points, and I can give them to you in about 20 seconds. First of all, it's possible to walk in darkness, but you don't have to. Christ, the light, has come. That is our message. And if you get this today and you somehow are walking in darkness, choose Christ. He loves you. We love you. Don't walk in darkness. Secondly, it's a time to rejoice. I know it's going to be really hard for Sherry and I to rejoice being so isolated. We have our Shaden here. He's taking care of us. But I wanted to be with you. That makes me emotional. I wanted to be with you. But you know what? We can't. But even in isolation, we can rejoice, for our God is God and He has come. And finally, third, He can break the chains. Sometimes we walk in bondage to what was and the sin that oppressed us years ago or whatever. Jesus Christ has broken those chains. He is a chain breaker. And for anybody who hears us today, if you're in bondage to something, Jesus can break those chains. Thanks for letting me share. Well, we'll be making some decisions on down the road. We are going to have church on Sunday, 9/11. I don't know if this is the last time you hear from me or not this week. And I know that you can't listen to videos from me all day. But I just want to let you know how thankful I am for my church family. And how thankful I am for you taking care of each other as we all walk through different things. You know what? We're going to be okay because Jesus has come and He is the light. Well, we love you. Hope to hear from you somehow. Stay connected, you guys. Stay connected to the church. Once again, I'm so sorry about tomorrow night. God will get us through it. We look forward to emerging out of this crisis and getting back to some sense of normal. But you know what? No matter what, God's kingdom is building, and we're thankful for that. God bless. Have a very Merry Christmas.